Hello and welcome to Pitch It, shared screen show all about the IPs we can't stop gushing about. Gushing? Gushing? Yeah, whatever it works. I'll be your host, Austin J. Ernst, and joining me today to talk all about what the thumbnail probably told you, Uncharted, is Aaron Roots. We're going with Roots because apparently he's got a questionable last name.
It's the easiest. It's the
Awesome.
easiest.
Aaron Roots
Trust
it is.
me.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm eating a parfait, if you can't tell.
Oh, baby.
My fiance makes these parfaits in these little jars. They're very tiny.
Heck yeah, dude.
Good stuff. I'm going to eat on camera. Probably shouldn't do that.
No hate, bro.
Okay. So, on Pitch It, guests come on, they can pitch to me. Now it's kind of more pitching to you, the audience. They can pitch a movie, they can pitch a game, they can pitch a TV show, they can pitch a comic series, whatever they want. They are in the driver's seat. So, like I said, today is all about Uncharted. And I don't remember how this conversation started between me and Aaron about Uncharted. I think I was just like, yo, what IPs do you like? And I think Uncharted was one of the ones you listed, maybe?
Yeah,
Does that sound right?
I think it was that, and maybe like a combination of like what might do well, because like the movie
Sure.
is coming out soon, so
Yep, that's what I was pivoting into. We got a movie coming up soon, and what better time to talk about the IP? So you said you were bringing a movie slash possible game?
it could go in the category of movie or potential sequel.
Got it. So just in timeline wise, you're saying it could be a movie after or a game after,
Yeah,
right?
it is just after Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
Cool. Cool. I am bringing a game all about an entirely different character in the franchise. I will hold that
Ooh.
until after. But just to at the top of the show, what's your history with Uncharted as the series goes?
So, me being a child from a less fortunate family didn't have a ton of extra money for like a lot of video games. So we were an Xbox family and we lived with that choice for a long time. But I went to friends' houses while they played Uncharted and I thought that game was fantastic. Uh, and then I got a PlayStation 4 and the Nathan Drake collection. A couple years ago, for my Christmas weekend, I played Uncharted 1 in one sitting. Then I played all of Uncharted 2 the next day in one sitting. And then I played all of Uncharted 3 the next day in one sitting. Obviously taking
Wow.
breaks to go to the bathroom and eat, but I couldn't get enough. I love Uncharted. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, I have to ask now. Which is your favorite? Two or three? Or one, I guess, but it's probably two or three.
So I'm going to preface with I have not finished Uncharted 4. I'm
Okay.
going to finish it, but oh man, as far as a overall experience, I would say probably Uncharted 2. But I love Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 3 has like some of my favorite set pieces of the entire franchise. With the plane scene and the sinking ship and stumbling through the desert and everything like that.
Right. Yeah, the opening of 2 is something I still think about and I still remember.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's
It's
like
so
injured
cool.
in the train and it's teetering over the edge of the mountain or whatever. That was dope. I
Yeah,
love
the
that.
reveal of that's incredible.
Yeah, you're just holding the controller like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Yeah, one for me was because you mentioned like at first you were an Xbox, like an Xbox family. Like
Mhm.
Uncharted is one of the first franchises I remember piquing my interest. I was always a PlayStation person, but I never felt because at this point in time I was just playing like a bunch of sports games and racing games and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't consider myself like a hardcore gamer. I was just playing whatever. But Uncharted was like one of the first franchises that like piqued my interest, like be like into gaming, and yeah, I remember the build up around that, and it kind of didn't start until 2, I think. Like the first one came out, and didn't make a bunch of waves, and then Uncharted 2 came, and it just changed the game. So
Yeah.
I'm happy you picked the right choice. 2 is also my favorite. It's in like my top, like on GG,
Three's the
the cool
best.
app. 3's
It's
the
so
best.
good.
Who was that actually? Who I don't know who that was, but we're just gonna ignore that because clearly whoever's opinion that was, they're wrong. But on the GG app, cool app, my top 40 games of all time are on there, and I think Uncharted 2 is near the top. Like it's probably in my top 10 or 15, I would say. It's pretty damn high.
It's a very good game.
Yeah, love it. And I should say, Alec is on the ones and twos. That's the voice you heard. Thank you, Alec. Even though your opinions are wrong.
Shouts out to Alec one time.
Okay. Do you want to start
Sure.
with giving me your pitch? Okay. The floor is yours.
So, my Uncharted pitch, I don't have a title for it. So as of right now, we'll just go with Uncharted, maybe to fall into the trend of the sequels with the same name as the original.
Okay.
but mine could potentially be a game sequel, like a potential Uncharted 5, or a film. Uh,
Okay.
I have a cast picked out. It is going to be a older Nathan Drake story in the same vein as the recent Bond film No Time to Die. We see Drake a little bit older, and like Tom Holland, he's playing a younger Nathan Drake in his movie. But for this one, I think we're gonna go a little older, and we're finally gonna get the number one fan cast that everybody wants to play Nathan Drake, and that's Nathan Fillion.
Ooh,
He made a
hell yeah.
fan film a few years ago, and it was fantastic. For Victor Sullivan, I have picked Bruce Campbell. I think that on
Ooh.
the TV show Burn Notice, he basically just played Victor Sullivan anyway, and he did a phenomenal job. As Elena Fisher Drake, I've picked Lake Bell. She just seems like she has the kind of no bullshit attitude that Elena has. And Cassie Drake, who will be a main player in this story. Spoilers for Uncharted 4. She is Nathan and Elena's daughter. She will be played by Caitlin Deaver, who also played her in the game. She's from Booksmart.
Hmm. Okay.
She's a very, very, very great actress. And then playing Chloe Frazier, I have Elizabeth Hurley. You might know her from Austin Powers as Vanessa, I think her name was.
Yes,
But
that's
just for the
correct.
longest time, every time I've seen Chloe, I'm like, oh, Elizabeth Hurley should play her. That'd be really cool. But yeah, older Nathan Drake story than made in No Time to Die. Cassie's along for the ride with them. The film maybe starts off with Chloe meeting up with Nathan, being like, "Hey, I need you for a job." He's like, "I don't do that anymore. I have a family. I'm not. I'm out. I'm out of the game." She's like, "Okay, fine. I can't convince you. Whatever." Chloe Frazier is dead. She dies.
Ooh, wow.
Nate finds out, and Chloe leaves behind a lot of clues for Nate to find a treasure. I don't have that figured out. I'm not a archaeologist or a treasure hunter,
Sure.
so I lack that knowledge. It's revealed that the treasure that he's looking for is, of course, incredibly dangerous, and Chloe knew that Nathan's the only one who can stop the people looking for it. Um, as far as the plot, that's basically all I have. Maybe at some point Nathan gets kidnapped, and it kind of shifts more towards Chloe as the hero, or as Cassie as the hero of the story.
I like that.
If you've seen No Time to Die, spoilers, Bond dies in that movie. Maybe
I didn't know that.
Nathan kind
I
of.
hadn't seen it.
I'm sorry,
That's
spoilers.
okay. No, that's okay.
But maybe Nathan kind of goes the same way. Maybe not. Maybe he retires and hands it down to her. I don't know. Um,
Mm.
but the Uncharted movies always have a big set piece, whether that be a sinking ship, a crashing plane, stuff like that. And I was like, well, what could you possibly do now? I feel like they've done everything. And I'm thinking a natural disaster, like a fight during a landslide or a dust storm or something crazy like that.
That would
Um,
be fun. That'd be
and
very fun.
then also, this is a fun bonus thing. They filmed the movie twice. Once normally with the actor playing Nathan Drake normally, and then once in a fat suit, and it's called the Donut Drake edition.
I think you just won me over. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
Oh man,
Exactly.
that's great. That's really good. I like how you gave the entire cast. And did you give a twist? I don't know if you did you because that
There,
was
there, there
but
wasn't really, well, that kind of. It's just like how always in the Uncharted games they're looking for a treasure, and it's like, oh, it's turning people into zombies, or oh, there's like Wendigos around, or something like that. I don't have
gotcha.
any specifics, but there would be some classic Uncharted cursed treasure.
Sure. I like that a lot. You brought up the natural disaster. I think that would be a really cool scene. And I think maybe even before, maybe not a one up, but maybe before that, because you're wondering like, what else could they do? And I think they already kind of did this, but were they falling through a building in two, or maybe that was three, or
Yeah,
what was the building
the
falling over?
it was a burning building, I think.
What if they did like a skyscraper?
That'd be cool.
What if it's like slowly falling over and they're like falling through at the same time? They got to escape. I think
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
A
or like
tsunami?
crumbling ruins or something. Oh, a
A
tsunami, that'd be cool.
tsunami. They could do both. They
Yeah.
could like get out of the tsunami and they somehow get pushed onto the top of a tower, and that tower starts. That'd be dope.
Yeah, like for whatever reason, like the only time that like this gate is visible to get through is during like some crazy intense weather or something
Sure.
like that.
Yeah, be really fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. Hmm. I think you gave a really good cast. I think it's a really good idea. I think you utilized the idea because people like Nathan Fillion would be great, but he's older now. And I think the fact
Exactly.
that you're making an older Drake is just really, really smart. I like that a lot. So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would watch it, especially for the donut edition or whatever. What'd you
The
call it
Donut
on
Drake edition, yeah.
donut Drake edition? I love that.
Maybe would be like after it's been out for like a couple of months and it's made its money and it's like, hey, we're putting it back in theaters with special Donut Drake edition, or maybe it's just for the home release or something fun. But I always like playing with the Donut Drake skin. I think it's hilarious. So I feel like if they did that for the fans, they would love it.
I think that would be a really good idea to do for like a trailer.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Like picture all this, just take off the donut suit. Like we're just adding a donut suit for the trailer. It's fun. Just keep that in
Hmm.
mind. And I think that'd be really neat. Okay, so I said I was doing a game. I was doing a game about a character that is not Nathan Drake, and that pretty much only leaves two options, right? Cassie or Sully. Which one do you think I did? It is
Cassie.
Cat. It is Cassie, right? That's the daughter's
Yeah.
name.
Hmm.
No, I went Sully. I
Oh
went
yeah,
Victor Goddamn Sullivan. And the title of this game is Tales Uncharted, Victor Sullivan.
I like
And I
it.
think that's the dopest name I've ever come
That's
up with.
pretty. That's pretty cool.
Alec can like vouch for this. I can't name things. We have a naming person. Bo names all our shit because we can't name anything. I think we took, I don't know, months trying to find the new name for the channel. Whew, that was a tough time for us. But yeah, Tales Uncharted, Victor Sullivan. It is a video game. I'm just gonna read right off my phone here. Tales Uncharted Victor Sullivan will follow the early life of beloved character Victor Sullivan, otherwise known as Sully, with an emphasis on powerful cinematic scenes akin to the high moments featured in The Last of Us Part 2. So like cinematic emotion on video game screen. That's what I'm trying to capture here.
Hmm.
Tales Uncharted will present players with an interactive yet emotional narrative coupled with gameplay similar to both Naughty Dog's Uncharted and Sony Santa Monica's God of War. Follow Sully's story as you engage in shootouts, perform heists, break hearts, and make split-second decisions with your so much with I might have made a typo there. With so much more than just your neck on the line, is what I meant to say, and I did not write that. The studio that would make it, Sony Santa Monica. After God of War Ragnarok, the team wants to tackle a separate project before returning to Kratos and Atreus' story. So they just want to break. And they're like,
Yeah,
give us Sully. Give us Sully as a character. Let's take him.
I like
Genre,
it.
action adventure. What is the player doing in terms of gameplay? As you play and control Sully, you won't have anything to upgrade, but you will begin to make new friends, take on new heist missions with full control. So you're taking on these heist missions, and you might not have full control as the leader, but you get to decide like how you're going in, how you're sneaking around through vents, whatever. Like dumb stuff, dumb heist stuff like that. I think that'd be fun,
Right.
like a AAA version of that. Kind of contraband. Isn't that like a game that was announced? I don't know. I might be making that up, but
I
you
know it
control
was a
heist.
Mark Wahlberg movie.
That's related somehow. Holy crap.
Yeah, a little bit.
With full control on how you approach them, romance at your heart's content, and most of all, witness firsthand the hardships that not only befall Victor, but the ones he caused as well. Because Victor Sullivan is a questionable character at times. There's some
True.
backstories about Victor. I mean, there's some stuff about, I think he was a Marine or something to do with the armed forces to some extent.
Yeah.
I think he had like a deadbeat dad. Like, there's
Hmm.
a lot of stuff you can go into. So you're seeing like a younger Victor Sullivan. No mustache, ladies and gentlemen. He does not have a mustache until the game ends. There it
Heck
is.
yeah, dude.
That's the biggest thing. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
it features characters from Sully's past, some of which will be returning faces from past Uncharted games. And the one, I can't remember her name, but it might be four. It's three or four. There's like a blonde that comes into play as like the main like
Oh, the
villain.
the Helen Mirren looking lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
that's Uncharted 3.
it's revealed that they were a thing at one point in time, and
Yeah.
then like it blossoms off or whatever. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to have her in there somehow. Maybe you see a younger version of her. So yeah, that is my game. It is very focused around like I said, cinematic moments and like heart gut wrenching stuff with Sully as a young Sully as he's like growing up. But also you get to do shootouts and you get to run heists and romance ladies at your heart's content. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. I would
Or men, or men.
right, sure. The only thing I would add to the gameplay mechanic is you gotta have a flight sim because Sully flies a plane. So you gotta you
Absolutely.
gotta have
Yeah.
that in there somewhere.
I agree. And I think that's because in coveted game from this last year, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's like one, maybe two missions we were flying around in that game, and I just wanted more. I
Hmm.
just wanted more of those. Like, give me more.
Right.
Usually I don't want more of that kind of stuff, but they nailed it. So I think it would be a mistake to not have it, but I think it'd also be a mistake to only have it in there like once or twice. So
Yeah.
I think
I
you got
mean,
to kind of pace that a little bit.
yeah, they could maybe potentially be like little like coins or something on the map where like you can do like flying through loops or something or doing like a time trial or something like that
It
too.
gets you money for like bettering your heists
Yeah.
or buying new attire and like
Hmm.
making it more smexy, if you will,
A nice suit.
more sexual.
Right, yeah.
He's a good looking dude. Yeah. So yeah, that is my game, ladies and gentlemen.
I dig
Sony
it.
Santa Monica making a Victor Sullivan game. I'm gonna say that name one more time. Tales Uncharted Victor Sullivan. It was either
Good.
that or literally just Sully. But I was
Yeah,
like,
both are good.
yeah, yeah. So that is my game. So Alec,
Wasn't the
or
name of the movie a name of a movie Sully?
Oh yeah.
that is the name of the movie.
Ironically about a pilot.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw that because I think Tom Hanks has a mustache in the thing too. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
that might have just
What's
been a
going on
Photoshop
here?
that someone made, but yeah, I remember seeing that at least somewhere. So Alec, I put you on the spot almost every time we do this.
Yep.
Which one do you like better?
Ooh. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to go with Aaron's. Although
Damn.
I was thinking Aaron, that could be a pretty dope game too. I see what you mean, where it
Yeah.
could be a movie or a game.
Yeah, it could work either way.
So Alec picks yours, but there's a caveat. Make it a game. Make that
Okay,
shit
you
a
got
game.
it. You got it.
All right. That was a fun, quick episode, ladies and gentlemen. You have
Yeah.
okay. So the movie's coming up on the 18th.
Hmm.
Watch the movie, go see it, and then at me or Aaron here, we'll put you in the description. Was our idea better than the actual final product of that movie? Because I'm assuming, I mean, it's just an idea, so take it by ear. But I think our ideas are better. I am not thinking that movie is going to be great. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
a good popcorn flick. Let's talk about that a little bit. I think it's going to be a good popcorn flick. But beyond that, that's kind of all I'm expecting. What about you?
Yeah, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like it's catching the vibe of Uncharted. I think that Tom Holland originally pitched like a young James Bond idea, and that kind of spiraled into him being put in the Uncharted movie, which is kind of coincidental because my Uncharted movie pitch is based off a James Bond movie. But
A lot of coincidence.
yeah, it doesn't look like it's catching the vibe to me. Maybe I'll go in and I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I just kind of feel like Marky Mark and Tom were kind of miscast here.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you.
it looks like it'll be fun enough.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Like, I won't leave the theater being like, "Ugh, that was a waste of time." I'll just
Yeah.
kind of be like, "That was fun." Like that's all I really want. I think Tom Holland. I don't know if the casting was wrong. I think the casting is right if you lean into the young Drake. Where like
Exactly. Yeah.
maybe he's not on full blown missions yet, but it's just kind of like I don't know, a more grounded story of Nathan Drake growing up, kind of a thing. But
Yeah.
but yeah, and then I could be wrong on this, but wasn't Mark Wahlberg originally like a long time ago cast as Nathan Drake?
Yeah,
That's
a
how long this
long,
movie has been in
long,
the
long
works.
time ago. Yeah,
That's really
I think that
funny.
was back when David O. Russell was gonna do it. I think
Mm,
originally they wanted him to get Nathan Fillion, but David O. Russell wasn't really familiar with him, and he's worked with Mark Wahlberg, I think, before. So he's like, "Yeah, we'll get him to do it," and he was signed on for so long, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll just have you be Sully now. You're too old."
It's just that's comical to me. Like
Yeah, it's
it
very
took
funny.
so it took so long. He's like, you're better suited for this role now. Like
Let's have you
let's
play the
just
older guy now.
also Tom Holland has kind of risen since like
Yeah.
Spider-Man. So like just plop him in that role and
Well,
you're not missing anything.
yeah, plus the fact that it's a Sony property. They're like, well, who can we get to be a young Nathan Drake? Oh, we have the Spider-Man guy already. Let's just get him.
The Spider-Man guy. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. You're a funny guy, Aaron. I
thank you.
like this. Yeah. Okay. Well, that has been Pitch It, all about Uncharted. I hope our pitches are better. Well, I shouldn't say that necessarily. I hope our pitches are good, and I hope the movie is better than I expect. So, Aaron, wave goodbye to the people. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.